Hi, Gil from Testing Gil here. Remember Vizzini in The Princess Bride? Repeating to himself, "Inconceivable!" So I've had the same experience with people saying to me, "Untestable." All kinds of people. Testers, developers, managers, in all kinds of situations. And I say to them, very calmly, "Nothing is untestable." And then they try to punch me. And then I duck. And then I say, very calmly, "Nothing is untestable for the right price." Okay, nothing is untestable. It's just a question of time, money, patience, effort, skill, and motivation. The last one's the most impactful, by the way. But testability is not a force of nature. We can control it. We can bake it in. And then the untestable becomes testable. The problem is when we have the discussion. It's usually about what we should have done at the design phase. And now it's too late. We're stuck with a system that is hard to test. You see, testability is a feature. The system has non-functional aspects, and testability is one of them, like accessibility or performance. For feature you need to implement, you need a customer. And the customers of testability are the testers. Yep, that's us. We should ask for these features before the system is implemented. Otherwise, we won't get it. And then everybody loses. Either we now have to spend a lot of time jumping through hoops to test the systems, or we might even skip testing this feature because it's too hard. So, what makes a feature testable? Well, heads up, we're going to use big words today. Number one, runnability. Can you run the system? You think that's never a problem. Well, you can always access the API, right? Unless it depends on something that doesn't run, like an upgraded library. Or maybe we don't have enough memory to run it. Or we don't have enough access permissions. How about if you can run it, but only on production? You can't run it locally, so you can't really debug it. Or maybe you spend hours on configuration, setting up lots of roles for hours, while begging other people not to run their test while you're setting things up and running your tests, because the system gets slow taking orders. All of these get a lower runnability score. What we really want is one command, system is running, and you're ready to test. Number two, controllability. Every test has a starting point. How easy is it to get there? Do you need to go through 5 screens in the UI to set up a new user? Do you need to do that 50 times in order to set up 50 users? Or maybe you can use an add users API with a file you prepared and sets everything up in seconds. Give me a way to generate a valid token without logging in through the UI. Let me flash the cache when I want to, not when the system wants to. Don't limit me to what a regular user can do. I'm a tester. I need to be able to do more. I need control. Number three, observability. If we do something when we test the system, we'd like to see what the result is. We need to know what we're looking for, what the impact is, and how we can see it. But actually, we want more. When the test fails, can we say why? Should we settle for a 500 internal server error? No, we shouldn't. We need to see what happened inside. Structured logs, diagnostic endpoints, ability to query and sometimes set the internal state of the API. Now, logs are for debugging after the fact. But when I test, I want APIs to let me look inside the system to see what's actually happening now. I want to peek into the system in real time. Because when the system is more observable, I can test better. Number four, reproducibility. If I run the same test twice, do I get the same result? See, that's not a testing question. It's a system consistency question. If we can't reproduce behavior to some level of consistency, our tests are really meaningless. Time-based logic, random IDs, external service calls, anything non-deterministic. Yes, AI, I'm looking at you. The more we have these guys, our testability drops. So, in order to improve reproducibility, we need some countermeasures. seams and injection points, ability to mock the clock, or stub external calls. Separate the non-deterministic LLM logic from our deterministic logic. We need to get back to tests that are running consistently. We love reproducibility. Now, I know what you're thinking. Gil, there's no way the developers will build all this just for me. Well, maybe not all of it, but maybe you can get some of it. But you don't do that by telling the developers how to build their software. Remember that we're the customers here? Customers don't tell the builders how to build a solution, they just tell them what they need. For example, I need to control the connection point between the logic and the database. How the developers do it, with a flag or a mock or dependency injection, it's up to them. They know the architecture better than us anyway. And what if they push back? That's okay. But now you've had the conversation. And next time you bring the testability up in the kickoff of the next feature, not after it was already built. 4 big words: runnability, controllability, observability, and reproducibility. They make up your testability scorecard. So, grade your system. And if the score is too low, it's time to make some changes. Now, just a reminder, my API testing masterclass, The Strategist, registration is open. Take your first step to become a quality architect. Details below. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, like, subscribe, share it, and watch other videos on this channel. Until next time, bye-bye.